Welcome back, gamers of all variety, to some brand new Diablo 3 here on Gamer Guide channel. I am Rollin. If you're the first time visitor here, welcome to my channel. I'm going to be doing more Diablo 3 videos. This has kind of become my new game of choice lately, since getting off my old one, which was Robocraft, and you'll see lots of videos here on the channel about that game. But I wanted to try something different, so this was what it was. This is my wizard here, Rollin, and also the first character I took from 0 to 70 eventually. But what I want to talk about in this episode is the brand new patch notes we got in 2.5.0, bringing some big changes to the game, things I like to see, and then also a little bit about the upcoming Necromancer patch and the Season 10 starting on the 31st of March. But to start it out on 2.5.0, one thing I didn't see in the patch notes that I noticed was different was that unsocketing gems now does not cost any additional gold, which I really like. And another big change to what was in the patch notes was that all of the crafting materials you get now have their own little separate tab. They're no longer in the same inventory as all your other stuff, so you have more room for items in both your commonly shared treasure box amongst your own account characters and in your personal inventory too. So that was a really nice little change. Now, if they could just do that with gems, I would definitely be open to that as well. In an additional quality of life featured, I noticed if you go in to your Paragon points, if you've earned levels basically beyond level 70, you can now attribute your points to a certain category quicker by holding Shift to add 10 of those points to any category, or if you hold Control, it will add 100 of those points to any category. So you can quickly put all your points somewhere if you need to do a reset. It doesn't take you forever to log up. That's only going to be really exciting for people who have real high Paragon levels, but definitely keep that in mind. Holding Shift and holding Control now give you a little bit quicker way to implement that. Now let's go and take a look at some of the changes they brought into the different classes. If you are playing a Crusader, Barbarian, or a Demon Hunter, you got a little bit of boost to some of these abilities. Crusader got Shield Glare improved a little bit. It applies secondary effect no matter if they are immune to crowd control or not now. There's an effect on the Barbarian called Seismic Slam. That room now takes more of the Fury, so more of the points for your special attack, basically, but it does more damage now, 15% more weapon damage over time. And then the final one is Impale, which is a Demon Hunter ability. That one got fixed where sometimes it wasn't working correctly, so now on the second bounce on Ricochet, you're going to get that working. So that was nice. They also did a lot of buffs on some of the gear in this patch, too. So if you have collection sets, a lot of the damage has been buffed up a little bit. And I like that approach. Instead of nerfing things, they're kind of making it better and more fun to play. Some of the examples are the Monk's In His Favor set, which is one that I have part of. That got a little boost in damage from 100% to 125% for allies attack. Also the Witch Doctor, Zumana's Hunt. I don't have that set yet, but that one, its damage has been increased from increased to 2,500% from 1,500, so they increased it 1,000%. That's kind of cool that we have developers that are boosting things and making them a little bit more fun to play. Wizards also got some sets. Desiree's Magnum Opus had some added bonuses to it and increased damage from 3,500 from 2,500. So the slow effects and stuff have been improved basically. So a lot of stuff like that in the patch. A lot of good changes. There's also been some upgrades to the way that they're letting people get into Torrent Rifts. So now you have to have completed a solo Torrent Rift of a certain level to get into some of the upper level ones. So you can't just automatically get power leveled and jump into Torment number 13 right away with a buddy, which is actually something that happened to me, fortunately, before this patch went in. I had some of my alt characters power leveled by a guy I'd like to give a little shout out to. His name is Sam O, part of the Daka Guild, and somebody I joined up with too. Appreciate that very much. It saved me a lot of time. I did play the Wizard all the way through, but I have a Witch Doctor, I have a Templar, or a Crusader rather, and then I also have a Monk. And those three I got a little help with, at least getting up to the level, but then later on I just went through the Greater Rifts and got some better gear that way, and going through the regular rifts and getting all the crafting material too keeps you busy and keeps your gear coming in. So that was a lot of fun, but shout out to Sam, definitely. So we got these things, but we also have a brand new Necromancer patch and a brand new season starting here on the 31st of the month, which I'm excited about. The brand new class, of course, is the Necromancer. You've probably seen it hinted to, but we did get the new sneak peek of the female model this last week, and I thought that was pretty neat, along with some of the new abilities. And this class looks like it's shaping up to be pretty fun to play. It takes a lot of the corpses and stuff that you've killed and uses those as energy. And then when you use some of your attacks, it sounds like you're using some of your health as well. So you have to be a little cognizant of how many skeletons or how many attacks you put out there, basically, especially with the Blood Nova. That one there takes some of your health away, so you have to be a little bit more cognizant. But I can definitely see there being some pretty powerful builds around this new class. I'm looking forward to playing it. Also, if you're on console, if you're playing Diablo 3 on PlayStation or Xbox, they're going to be coming to you soon here with seasons. So on the 31st, you'll be getting your first season, where PC will be in its 10th season. So that's kind of neat. You're not going to be able to play with people on PC, but if you're playing on PlayStation or playing on Xbox One, you're going to be able to play with other people on that system. Anyway, so this is just a little bit of what I've been up to. As you see, I've been into some of the far reaches and strange corners of Diablo 3. I found a couple of the treasure goblins that have those special portals you can go to. One of them is Whimsydale. I guess there's also Whimsy Shire. They're not the same place. I didn't realize that, but different variations of that level. And then also there's the special vault mission you get where you can go in there and just get tons and tons of gold and special items and stuff. So if you guys are fortunate enough to hit one of those treasure goblins, definitely check out the portals they leave behind, as it's a lot of fun and a good way to rack up a couple million extra gold, especially on new accounts. It can help a lot. Let me just take a moment to remind you guys to thumbs up this video if you have not already, and if you enjoy this content, please subscribe to the channel. It encourages me to do more of this Diablo 3 stuff, and leave a comment down below. Let me know what you'd like me to cover in the future. Right now, I'd say my Witch Doctor and my Monk are probably my best two builds. Pretty solid builds altogether. I'm still working on getting my Wizard and my Crusader figured out, so I have a real strong build. I've seen a couple other people online talking about it, and got some advice from friends too, so I'm going to work on that. Maybe you guys have a suggestion for me down below, but I'm going to keep it short and sweet this time. Thank you for joining me, guys, and I'll see you in my very next episode. Later.